Hello, my name is Remy Diederich, and I am the author of the book Broken Trust, where I help people to understand what spiritual abuse is and what they can do about it. Today, I want to speak briefly about gossip. Have you ever been accused of gossiping about your concern over being spiritually abused? If so, how does that feel? Gossip seems to be the first line of defense of a spiritual abuser. When they learn that someone is concerned about their abusive behavior, they immediately respond by accusing the person of gossiping. It's classic spiritual abuse. They use Bible verses to accuse people of sin in order to take back control of the situation by exerting their authority. They think that by guilting you with Bible verses that they can intimidate you back into compliance. Unfortunately, it often works because most churchgoers don't want to be shamed in their church and called out for undermining the pastor or leadership. But wait a minute, is talking about possible spiritual abuse really gossip? For example, imagine that you are walking down a street and you see someone being physically abused. Is it considered gossip to talk to someone else about the abuse to help you know what you might do to stop that abuse? Of course not. Talking to someone about the abuse is the right thing to do. It's like the sign at the airport that says, if you see something, say something. If you've experienced spiritual abuse or witnessed it, you need to say something. Start by speaking to a trusted friend or counselor to make sure your observations of abuse are accurate, and then decide your next step. Should you confront the abuser? Do you contact an authority to deal with the abuse? If the abuse is against you, maybe the best step is to simply walk away. The Bible definitely warns against gossip. Paul told Timothy, a gossip is someone who gets into the habit of having nothing to do. They go around from house to house, they waste time, they talk about others, they bother people, they say things they shouldn't say. Does this sound like someone who is concerned about abuse in their church? The dictionary defines gossip as a person who habitually reveals personal or sensational facts about others, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true. And I would add to this definition that gossip is when you share things with someone who can't help the problem being discussed. This doesn't sound like what's happening when someone seriously seeks out advice to help them determine what to do after they've been abused or seen abuse. Paul continues his counsel to Timothy saying this, do not entertain an accusation against an elder unless it is brought by 2 or 3 witnesses. But those elders who are sinning, you are to reprove before everyone so that the others may take warning. This tells me 2 things. 1, elders should be confronted and reproved if they are doing wrong. And 2, if they are to be confronted by 2 or 3 witnesses, well, those witnesses need to gather to discuss their concerns, right? That's not gossip. Now, it is gossip to share your concerns with everybody and anybody, even if they can't help you or to resolve the situation. It is gossip if you simply want to complain and damage someone's reputation. Your discussion with others should be constructive with the purpose of resolving the abuse. But in general, too many people are attacked and manipulated by abusive pastors who simply want to shut down any discussion about how they are mistreating people. Don't let them intimidate you. Accusing you of gossip is just another example of their spiritual abuse. Well, I hope this helps clarify a concern that you might have. Many have. Be sure to check out my book, Broken Trust. A recent reader said this about the book. As a survivor, this was one of the best books that I have found that clarifies the dangers, hurts, wounds, and the restorative process involved in overcoming the effects of spiritual abuse. You can read all the reviews on Amazon.com. I hope you will. But thanks for joining me today.